I believe we are now live.
All right.
What's up? It's Steve from Boston here. I am here with my good friend, the Tone King and China Guitar Skeptic. And we'll be expecting a few people to join us perhaps as the night goes on. They're gigging and they'll be back from their gigs. And we were just going to talk about, probably GuitCon, because that's what we just did recently. It's the most likely topic. So without any further ado, let me just say hello to China Guitar Skeptic.
Hey.
And this isn't awkward. And Tone King.
Hello, everybody. Steve, thank you for having me. And China Guitar Skeptic, it's great to see you again, buddy.
And you too. Thanks for having me as well.
Yeah.
And dragging me back from the pub.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's appreciated that you guys can join me. I thought we could do maybe a little thing about either the once a year event called GuitCon that we were lucky enough to attend again this year.
Indeed.
And there you have it. Nice guitars behind you, Steve. Well, thanks, Guitar Hack. Appreciate it. Yeah. That's Harley Benton, and that's a Framus. We got a Kramer, we got an Ibanez. We got a few. So how you guys doing? Did anyone besides me get sick?
No.
After you got back from the trip.
Yeah, you gave me a nasty cold, Steve. That's all I have to say. Yeah.
I said it was all my ice water.
It could have been.
I think it was taking all the sunshine out of that window as well, man.
Sheen's Music wants me to give everyone one of those bad boys right there. So there you go.
Nice. No, I got a little ill, but I'm doing better. Yeah, I always think back to the Brady Bunch where they like cancel a trip to Hawaii because Cindy has the sniffles. It's like not in my family. It's like like meningitis. They weren't hearing of it. So that's cool. What have you? Who's got what videos out? I know Tone King, you have one out with Phil X. You do a lick one that's out right now.
Yeah, so my big thing this year, one of my goals was to spend more time playing the guitar, less time talking, which I do really well. I talk better than I play the guitar. Gearman dude.
Oh, Gearman dude. Hey.
He's here.
We think.
Yeah, he's here.
I figured there was a different link.
Yeah, we already went through that.
Yeah, we played that game already.
Yeah.
What's up?
There was another link.
And I was saying, I did a learn a lick. So everyone that I sat with, I asked them to teach me a lick, which obviously was not really necessarily intended for me to learn a lick, but the viewers to pick up their guitar and learn a lick. So I have about 6 or 7 more of those to go, which I'm real excited about. And Steve, we did one together too.
We did.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
At the Hughes and Kettner booth.
Yes.
What did you think of that Black Spirit 200? Did you get a chance to play through it?
I did. I have to tell you, the Hughes and Kettner stuff in general is solid. I thought it sounded as good as any of their other amps.
Yeah, right.
It just sounded good. Like when you have something new and you're like, oh, this is much different. It just sounded like an H&K amp.
It really did. It sounded very much like the Grandmeister 40, but it's like
absolutely, yeah.
You could afford it and $50 cheaper. It's a lot lighter, and I think it has maybe 200 watts. I think, right? The Spirit 200, so it's a 200 watt amp, so it's a little louder than the Grandmeister 40.
In fact, I also used that amp in a few of the. By the way. Was the one room, the room right by you, Steve, was that a 4K room? Because I got my video footage and it was 1080. It wasn't 4K.
They're all 1080.
Yeah, I think, he's right.
Yeah, so they weren't 4K?
None of them, no.
Ah. Well, I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't because, I had it on a laptop.
Yeah, well, it was all 1080.
But Steve, on the other hand, is pumping out 4K.
On 3 cameras.
with Steve brought the production crew with him. He brought like the whole rig.
It bit me in the ass a couple of times. Worked out. So.
You did well over in that corner.
Did you see Gearman Dude's video doing Helter Skelter in the elevator?
That would be the Helter Skelter Vader.
Helter Skelter Vader.
By the way, I think the best video I've seen so far was all the bass players doing what song was that they did?
Oh man, yeah. It was a Michael Jackson number. It was amazing. Billie Jean. It was
amazing.
Awesome.
They had all the bass players doing Billie Jean. I think that was the best GuitCon video I've seen so far.
Okay. I'm gonna
second best.
Yeah, second best to. I liked the Smoke on the Water.
Oh, that was awesome with Kafir and
they did the verse, and they all did a little bit of the solo, and they did the solo in like unison. It reminded me of like when I saw Zappa. They had a horn section through the guitar solo to Stairway to Heaven. It was like this real big band, right? Doing the solo.
You can't do that on stage anymore. Was it that tour?
Yeah, I think I might have been Shut Up and Play Your Guitar tour.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. And Andy from Reverb, his bathroom video with Phil X was hilarious.
Yeah,
it was amazing. Hey Ben, good to see you, man.
And just the trivia, I met Phil at that. I met
Frank
at that show.
The original Phil X.
Yeah, right. So how you guys doing?
I still have a ton of work to do. I mean, I've got loads and loads of stuff to edit and work on, and that's coming. It's coming up here shortly. Glad to be home.
It was amazing, wasn't it? There's so much stuff to edit down. I've been doing nothing but editing videos down. I made one video this week, and it's like I need to chop them all up and make a video in between each GitCon so that nobody gets bored with GitCon.
Right.
But, yeah, man, we had such a good time.
Yeah,
such a good time.
Yep, it was everything it was supposed to be.
It really was. It really was. So, all right, best food. I'm going with the.
What did you say, Chief?
With which?
I'm going with the bacon wrapped veal. Remember, they had an Italian night, and I think towards the end they had a meat that was wrapped up in bacon.
It had to have been Friday. I missed Friday.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, me neither. Were you eating
I
somewhere
remember
else?
it. I remember very well. It was gorgeous. Yeah, a little bit cold, but it was special. But we sat outside that night, and I think that was the night of the German cat, Steve.
I think you're right. I think.
Wow.
Wanted to just give a big hello and shout out to Mr. Robert Baker.
Hey, Robert.
RB.
Well, we
Get
were
get a haircut, hippie. I don't know what my favorite food was. I was low carb in it, so I was lucky every night there was plenty of meat. So I just loaded up the meat, and it was always tasty. There was some sort of wrap, like not a gyro, but something wrapped in dough, and whatever was inside of there was delicious. In fact, I think I split one with Lewis, if I'm not sure, with Tone King, I think, didn't I?
Did we split one?
Seems like I cut it. Oh no, actually it wasn't you. It was somebody else. We were both eyeballing the last one, and I cut it in half.
Huh. Steve, I wonder if that's the wrap that you took that I didn't take, and then we realized it was like a vegetable inside or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say it was like a vegetable. It's so disappointing.
Oh God, that's a cheat.
You're like, where's the meat? Come on, we're in
Yeah, that's right.
I'll tell you, I thought all. I mean, they went out of their way to accommodate. I think the food was great. Even breakfast at the hotel was great. I mean,
Absolutely.
I have no complaints about the food.
I thought that was included. I left my tab. I had to send them a cashier's check when I got home because it was going to be $90 to wire like $70 to them. So I had to go to the bank, get a cashier's check, and mail it out.
You guys want to know how much it cost me to put my suitcase on the airplane at the airport?
What airline did you fly?
I flew Swiss Air, and I was 12 kilograms over. Now I don't know what that is in pounds, but they're assuring me it was a lot.
I'm going with $180.
Oh, that's a little high, but you're in the range.
130.
130. That was it. It was actually $138.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
I really traveled light. Do you know, I got everything. My clothes and the laptop bag contained, you remember, Steve, the last day I had it all there in a pile. It all went on as hand luggage. I didn't have anything to go in the hold. So I was like straight through a week, and I had just about enough underwear to last me until Thursday, which is what I stunk on Friday.
That was almost too much information.
I did the same thing, though. I went, after last year bringing way too much stuff, I went all with one carry-on bag. And then when let's see, I guess it was probably Amsterdam airport, I took my sneakers out of the bag and threw them away so that I would have room to buy my kids, a couple funny things or whatever from the airport so I could bring stuff home for them. So I left my Chuck Taylors in the trash can. Somebody probably found them and thought, oh God, shoe bomb.
Wow.
I'm lucky. I have that global entry, and on the way out, they gave me a special ticket that I didn't have to go through like a crazy.
Oh, that's nice.
And on the way back, I must have walked past 3,000 people at the. When I tell you, I walked past a giant room of people, I was like, oh my God, thank God. And then I turned the corner and it was another room. Maybe
you're talking about customs?
As big as that first room. I was like, oh my God. I kept walking and walking and walking. And finally, I just had to put my fingerprints down. Bloop, bloop. They printed out a receipt and I was out. I couldn't.
This was customs?
Customs, yeah.
The same thing. Have the global entry. It's
oh
beautiful.
my God. That is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
I would have been there for like probably an hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would have been, because I was.
Yeah. I mean, there was that many people in line, and you can see it's set up in multiple levels. You got to go through first a whole kiosk system, but then there was a giant holding pen for people to see the live people. And I was like, this is it. I would be in this holding pen.
Yeah.
And there had to be, I'm telling you, 1,500 to 2,000 people. It was like a football. It was like the size of the NAM show. Anyone else like going, oh my God, I just kept walking down and walking down and walking down. And finally I turned the corner and I was like, this is it. I walked up, bleep, bloop, bloop, put my fingerprints down. They're like, you're all set. And I was like,
nice.
I was like, yes.
These are the important things to note.
God. Oh, so good. Anyway. So
Steve, what was your favorite interview? I haven't even had time to watch them all, but I've got them all queued up.
I like the Phil X one.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. And I really liked hanging with Joss Allen, right? He was funny and cool. I had him rolling at the club later. And I did a good one with Mike Bradley, who I didn't know a lot about.
Yeah.
So he was good. And I think
I didn't know him either.
He's a sweet guy. He's a lovely guy.
He's very handsome.
Yeah, he is. He's the best looking guy at GuitCon.
Yeah, we need less of those kind of guys around for sure.
Yeah, definitely not coming next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's uninvited.
He was probably the second best looking guy outside of Steve from Boston, right?
Oh, right. That's what I was going to say. The same thing.
It's like lying.
Right out of my mouth.
What?
I'll tell you, the biggest surprise was just seeing what an amazing, like, there are some people I knew were amazing musicians, but when Mike Bradley got on stage and they started the song without him, they were playing Kiss by Prince. And when he came in late onto the song, he killed it.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal. I mean,
hell of a player.
Amazing. That blew me away. That blew me away.
Yeah.
I was like, what just happened? This guy he owned the stage.
Yeah.
And considering he came in late, the guitar wasn't in tune. He was trying to, I don't know why they started the song without him.
All the more reason to hate the guy.
But when he came in, man, he owned it. He killed. That was probably one of those moments where I was like, yes, it's just awesome. Real awesome display of just stagemanship, musicianship. Guy's a pro.
And the annoying thing is he's such a lovely guy as well.
Yeah,
He's a really, really super sweet guy as well.
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah, I hate him as well.
No, he's really awesome.
The UK, so he's cool. He's cool, man.
Really great. And I did like that a lot about the whole GuitCon this year. I mean, I didn't know what was going to happen because I saw the list of people and I thought, well, there's about a half dozen of us that were here last year, and everybody else is apparently mutinied or jumped ship or whatever. And I just wasn't familiar with a lot of people and maybe you guys are the same way. I mean, I rarely actually go and watch my YouTube cohorts videos because if I'm not doing my own, it's kind of the last thing I want to do. I don't mean that in a negative way. That's just the truth.
I'm with you, man. Same
here.
It's
just the truth. I can't. I'm not going to go and watch stuff because I mean I'm already burning myself out.
Who are you?
So then going to see all of the, seeing all these guys, it was really cool. And they've got huge channels that are 10 times the size of mine. And I was like, wow, I should probably be getting a little bit of advice from these cats.
Yeah, that guy, Kafur, he's rocking it. He's got a good channel going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably had the biggest channel there.
I do have a funny story about him.
He had the biggest channel.
Who?
Guitar Goddess. Michelle.
Well, of course. Duh.
She was a sweetie, wasn't she?
Followed by Rick Piano, right? And Adam Neely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story about Kafir. I don't know if you guys were following it that morning. The first morning for me, second morning for you guys. It was Tuesday morning, and there's this air siren going off early in the morning.
I heard that.
Yeah, about 7:30.
Right through it.
Yeah. And Kafir starts immediately on the WhatsApp app. He just is like, is anybody awake? Does anybody know what those sirens are? And I joked I think I said, oh, it's the beginning of a Thin Lizzy concert and he was like, and he laughed, LOL, sounds more like Paranoid or not Paranoid, War Pigs.
Yeah.
And then like waited a beat and he's like, seriously, what was that? Because where I'm come from, when you hear that means the rockets have launched and they're on their way.
Yeah, they were like air siren missiles. That's
I think
it turned out it was a fire. It was
I was going to say, I think it's the local fire department.
I'll tell you, he wasn't the only one. When I heard that, I was like, what's going on?
He was freaked out.
A volunteer fire department, right? So they put out an air signal.
Exactly that.
Hey, can you imagine being from Israel?
They should change that air signal sound.
They do it to scare people from Israel on purpose. The poor guy, though, I saw him later that day. I was like, I felt so bad for you. I was joking around, and you were probably in your room, like terrified, like, oh shit, I'm in a stranger in a strange land, and the rockets are coming. So he was actually very charming about it all.
Yeah. So was there any gear you guys to me, the gear that stuck out to me was that Black Spirit 200. It was sort of like stamped by that. That really stuck out to me. And I think the other piece of gear that stuck out was that blue Ibanez. PRS.
PRS, yeah.
That blue PRS guitar.
I think we all played it.
And I tell you, a couple of the Ortega guitars were and a couple Schecter custom shops. Just thinking back now.
I will be back in 2 minutes. I got to grab a charger real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries, man.
Sorry.
Always thought he needed batteries to keep that energy up all the time. He's full of energy. Gearman dude. Wow. Where does he get his energy from?
YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all played that blue PRS. I've got one coming up with Michael, and it was incredible. It was a real nice thing to play.
What did
really
you
good.
Silver Sky? Did you play that?
Yeah, I played that as well with Michael. Is Michael coming on tonight?
Yeah, I think he's going to be on in maybe about a half hour or so.
Cool. Yeah. I played the Silver Sky. I was a bit skeptical, funny enough. But no, it was amazing. Somebody said from Jack Black. Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, no, I really, really enjoyed playing with Michael. It was amazing. He was just an incredible player. But to play that Silver Sky, do you know, everybody's bitching about it being a Fender. But did you play it?
I did, and I own a lot of Fenders.
It's nothing like a Fender.
Like a Fender.
Nothing like a Fender.
It really isn't. The neck is very different, much flatter radius.
Yeah.
It really felt closer to a PRS.
Yeah, for sure. It felt like a PRS smiling at a Fender.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Fender, this is what you could be. I don't mean that nasty, but you know, that's how it felt. It was like a refined beast. And I can see why he's gone that way. I can definitely see why he's gone that way.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the reasons I heard that May left Fender, very simple one. His contact left the company. That's a pretty common thing, right? The guy you deal with just leaves, and now you don't have your contact there, and you're like, and you wind up moving somewhere else. And I think they were already doing the amp thing, so it made sense to do the guitar thing.
Yeah, for sure. But it was an incredible sound. I loved playing it. I was hooked on it. That and the blue one. The blue one, which I have to say is Michael Bradley's guitar. Let's be fair. It is Michael Bradley's guitar.
Yeah, he was all over that one.
Yeah, for sure. Hey EVH, how you doing, man? Sorry. I've got lots of people saying hello, and I feel really rude not saying hello.
Oh yeah, hello Ben. I see Ben in the
Ben Coombs. Yay, man.
Ben, I thought I saw True Shack in here.
Terry's here as well.
Yeah,
True Shack is here. What's up, dude? A lot of familiar faces. Always great to see familiar faces.
Jamal, Tactical 6-string, all the regular.
And my buddy Pete from New Zealand. Hey Pete, how you doing, man?
I think I'm back.
I'm actually going to have another live show, I think, a week from tonight. And it's going to be a Halloween special.
Ooh, we should dress up like Kiss.
Oh, you won't want to miss it.
Oh.
What is the date?
Don't make me come over there.
So that's the 27th.
And it's going to be good.
What are you doing?
I can't tell you that.
All I want to see behind both of you guys is orange amps. Lots of them.
Yeah.
There's two here, man.
I got two right there.
I know.
Yeah.
Steve's got some.
I got a couple.
Orange amps with the Orange Boys.
Yes. I
Guitar.
want to plug in all of Tone King's amps at once.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, hold on. Wait, I'm getting a compliment. Guitar Hack says, Steve from Boston, you crushed it at the jam, dude. Well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. And you have, it's funny, you had so many fans chiming in from the first night, the first night I was there. Get up, Steve. Get Steve up. Get up over and over and over and over.
You know who got me up there? You know who really pushed me over the edge to go up there? I swear to God, that was the
Flex.
one that really made me go up was Tortoise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she helped me get a gift for my mother.
Like
earlier that day, she totally arranged me to go downtown and get this wonderful gift set that she had curated for my mom, whose birthday was the day after I got back. And I just felt like, and she came and she was coming to me and she was like, please. I was like, well, for you. Of course.
How old is your mom now?
She's 79.
That's great. She's pretty young.
And my dad is 84 or 85? 84.
Good genes.
85 in January, which is great.
Good genes, man. You're lucky to still have them.
Well, yeah.
You're trying to give them away, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it works. I probably got just the worst ones from both of them, right?
That's the way it works. All the good stuff went to Mike Bradley.
Yeah, right?
Just teasing.
Don't even feel human.
Tone King, what was your favorite piece? I missed it when Steve asked the question. I missed the answers. Your favorite gear?
Favorite gear.
I missed yours too, China.
So I was just saying good night to Pete, my buddy Pete from New Zealand. He's gone. Night. Sorry. Tone King, go on, answer.
Yeah, that was hard. I don't know what my favorite piece of gear was. I really like those new Harley Benton guitars. They're making them in Indonesia, stainless steel frets. Considering the price points, they're crazy.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
That flame maple one was impressive.
Yeah. I just I released my video today showing the 2019, and I actually got a little bit of grief in the comments on it because people were saying that they copied Pete Thorne and Guthrie Govan and said it was just wasn't nice for them to do that. And I usually don't get into it with comments with people, but I said, like, you take a company like Sir, I mean, they've made a business making Fender
and Ibanez.
Yeah, so it's like one of those.
I mean, they've been making Fenders and Ibanez. Like Pete's guitar is much like an Ibanez Prestige. I mean, it is. It's a beautiful instrument, but it would have been, if I'd have been thinking, I would have had in my Pete Thorne time, I would have had him play the Harley Benton in his, and try and get a reaction.
Oh, dude, I did learn a lick with Pete Thorne. And I brought over the Harley Benton. He was like, "No way,
no way, really?
No, not happening."
That's awesome. Good for him, but that is awesome.
The reality,
and good for you for doing it.
Brian from Oregon just answered the question. Since I failed to answer the question properly, the V guitar. That's got to be the favorite piece of gear there. So thank you, Brian.
Well, there you go. That's cheating.
Yeah.
I just think it's hard to argue that a guitar that costs like $250 is going to be in the same market as a guitar that's $2,500.
Right. It's not.
Like, the guy buying that Harley Benton is not saying, well, I was going to get the PRS, but now I think Harley Benton. It just doesn't. That does not happen.
Right. And it's good to have a comparison because there's some little kid out there who loves Pete Thorne that's like, this is the closest thing I could get to his guitar, and I want to use it.
You raise a good point. When you take an artist like Zakk Wylde as an example, let's just pick an artist, right? Anyone, Slash. You could buy the $4,000 Gibson, or you could buy the $500 Epiphone, right? The fans have a choice. But when like a Phil X or a Pete Thorne go to these real boutique, high-end, expensive brands and only have their signature series there, not every fan could afford that. So actually, Harley Benton's kind of doing them a service by providing something that will inspire someone to want to pick up that guitar and play it.
Yeah. And not only that, but they can have it for a little bit and always live. In other words, if they get the one that looks like the Pete Thorne, they can work their way into earning the money to get the real Pete Thorne. And that excitement never goes away because they have one that kind of looks a little bit like it, but it's not it. I mean, it's still 1/10 the cost of the real one.
So Harley Bentons are incredible value, but I have to say it was the first time that I got a chance to play any of the frameless guitars, and they were just incredible. I didn't play one the whole time I was there that wasn't absolutely amazing. So for me, hands down, any one of the frameless guitars that I played were a sky and a bit above everything else that I played there. So Harley Benton have done really well, and for me, from a Chinese guitar point of view, I'm all for the Harley Bentons because it's better than the fakes and the counterfeits. But those frameless guitars, man, you cannot touch them. And for value for money, I've got SEs. I played the PRS that were there, and wow, they really, really rocked.
Mm-hmm.
I came away last year with the exact same thought of what you just said. That was my biggest when I came back home and people are asking me about, I said the biggest surprise to me was because there's no one, or there's no dealer around me for Framus, so I've never played any of that stuff. And
Exactly that.
when I played them, I was just like, these are works of supreme art. They're incredible. I mean, they're just incredible. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I had that exact same feeling last year.
The works of German engineering. German engineering is amazing.
They are. It's crazy how nice their stuff is, and that's not just because they footed the bill. That's the absolute truth.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I learned from Framus is, and I've done Gibson factory tours and all these different companies. Framus is the one company, they will build you anything.
Yeah.
Sky is the limit. In fact, when I was putting together the V guitar, I'm like, let's do a dragon inlay. Like, let's do all the stuff. When I saw what the bill was, I'm like, okay, I got it. No, can't do dragon inlays. You know, they won't say no to anything. They'll make it possible. Where other companies, you know, they'll draw the line and say, we just don't do that. Even some things, go ask one of the local custom shops to put a Kaler in, and they won't. Right. No. So Framus will do anything, and that's a true custom shop.
Yeah, sure. And they have so much attention to detail. I was amazed at the quality of the factory. I did the tour. I guess you guys did it last year, but it was the first opportunity I had to do it, and it was my breath was just taken away with the attention to every single little bit. I mean, you know, this is from an Englishman saying German engineering.
They definitely have German engineering in that facility.
The one thing I always say about the frame is, like, I have the idol maker there that's on loan.
Yeah,
love that guitar.
The precision,
too.
It's so precise. The intonation on these guitars is always spot on.
Dude, you should buy that idol maker.
I know I could, but I think I'm going to go with a Pantera. We started doing a custom build when we were out there. And
how's that going?
I think we're going to finish it for NAMM.
Cool.
So, NAMM show?
Yeah.
No? How about your V? Are you going to get your V before NAMM?
I hope so. We didn't talk about a time frame. It's not like I pushed him into a corner on a time frame. So it's one of those, when it's done, it's done. And I hope I get it before NAMM, you know?
Right.
When I ordered it, we did agree on them shipping it to me. So I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if I would want that at NAMM.
Right.
Because, you know, the problem with NAMM is
everyone's going to play it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and good luck in and out of there. You know what? They could give it to you there, but then they would have to ship it out from there, like, directly. Yeah. You couldn't bring that back.
They can present it to you on camera and put it in the case and put it under the table, and it's not for public display.
Yeah.
And then that's the only way I would do it. Just say, hey, I'm going to make a big video about it, and we'll do that at NAMM, but please don't set it out on the stand
Yeah, you see people walking through the booths, pulling down anything, knocking things over. It's a train wreck. I wouldn't want my guitar there.
No, me neither.
So I had a suggestion for next year. Let me run it past you guys.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
No electricity to any amp in the main room.
I did see somebody put that in their, not complaints, but just suggestions. Actually, it might have been China Guitar Skeptic, if I'm not mistaken.
What I said was I thought it'd be good to have a section of time where it was quiet time and a section of time where you could do the demos, because, hey, we all wanted to do demos in the main room. And it was difficult not to. So, just take with the UK Guitar Show, there was like the first 15, 20 minutes of every hour was a quiet time. You weren't allowed to play loud and all that good stuff. And I think that'd be cool. Just to give people a chance to just have an interview with me, as you did. It was great. Yeah. All of you had interviews with me, and I loved it. But it would have been nice if it wasn't in the background. I
think what it comes down to, really, and what would cure it, and I'll be nobody's gonna say it, so I'm gonna say it. Is the manufacturer representatives don't need to be sitting there playing through their gear.
Yeah, what was that?
That's what it was. That's
Supro.
Yeah, and amazing, lovely guy, and awesome Aerosmith riffs.
Amazing player.
All day, loved it.
We just heard it from morning till night. Yeah,
I love it. But we don't need to. We don't need you
mics
playing.
You know, I mean, you could hear it in the background of Tone King's video in the booth, right? You hear a lot of background noise, and I was one with Andy Martin, right? So we're up on the stage, which is kind of, you know, way in the back there.
Yeah,
we're just about to go on, and all of a sudden they got really loud at the Supro booth, and he was like, and I was like, dude, hold on. I'm a professional complainer. Hold on. I jumped up and ran down to them, and I was like, guys, no, I can't. We're doing an interview, and you're spiking up our mics like 50% all the way over here. You got to turn down. I can't have this.
Right. And it's not a bad thing. We're not complaining. It's just something to bring up. I mean, it's just something to bring up. That's all.
Everyone brought that up. In fact, I replied to Over. I replied to him right away.
I didn't reply to everybody. I sent to Over because I want to use private language.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But I'll tell you guys what I wrote to Over. So I said the levels in the main room need to be controlled. I told him that the scheduling, like what I didn't reply to all, but this is, hey, True Shack's in the house. What's up, buddy? We got to talk soon, by the way, man. Anyway, so one of the things I said is every YouTuber that's there should have an equal allotment of room space.
Yes.
And then if they want to forfeit their space, that's up to them and another YouTuber.
Oh, look who's here.
There's my man.
Word up, people.
So handsome.
Mr. Bradley, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I had a lovely gig. And I say lovely. The joys of doing a function gig, you know.
The best part was when they paid me.
Right? Absolutely. That's the only bit. It was cash. Some wonder in the hand.
Over here, we call those music jobs. Those are music jobs where you're working. A gig, those are fun.
Yes. But I still try and, you know, play 110%, but it's like,
you got to.
You know, but how is everyone doing? How are we all doing?
Yeah, good boy. Us Brits representing again tonight, man.
Absolutely. Lovely. It's so good to see you all.
It's still uneven though. We got 3 Yanks over here.
Yeah, two Brits. Two Brits.
What? I think you're always gonna win.
Nah. You might be mistaken. The empire is crumbling.
Let's talk about classic guitar players.
Mike, we discussed it before you got here, and we all agreed that blue PRS was yours.
I want PRS to know that it's mine.
Well, tell them.
They do. We've told them. I've been in touch with Jeannie, and she's on it.
I mean that'd be lovely.
We'll do what we can.
You have to tune it though, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Damn it. If only it was like Gibson with those robot tuners.
So, Mike, before you joined, I was telling everyone that one of the cool moments for me was seeing how when you got up on stage, and I don't know why they started the song without you, but when you came in, man, you crushed it. You owned that stage. You did a phenomenal job, man. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, thanks, man. That
you're like the guitarist superhero. You just came in and kicked ass.
That's very sweet. That means an awful lot. Thanks,
dude.
Man.
You're an incredibly talented musician, and your stage presence is just a 10. You know, did a great job, man. I enjoyed watching.
I might cry.
Get a room. Get a room.
Man, honestly, right. No, it's very sweet. I appreciate it, Louis. It means a lot, man. Yeah, it's very sweet of you. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say.
Not to say, just sharing with you, you know, the truth. You
know. It means a lot, man. And likewise, everyone else. You know, it was so cool hanging out with everyone, and I think you know, going by the emails and stuff like that, you know, obviously making all the content was fantastic, but it was the people what really made this year, I think, you know, and speaking from other people from last year, it seems to be the case, you know. Yeah, it's very much, not to sound cheesy, but a family, you know. It all kind of feels sad to leave, you know.
Yeah, it is that.
Yeah,
definitely a family. That's a good choice of words.
No competition. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, we all looked after each other, didn't we?
You know, the function space is just so nice. I mean, it's like those floors are like made out of babinga wood. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like that whole place is just lit.
Dude, you could have a wedding there. I mean,
easily.
No wonder Co is endangered. They put it all in the floor of the damn frame.
I know, right?
Facility.
And you know what made it so great this year? I found the ice machine.
Hey, amen. Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Showed it to me too. I was on it all, and it looked like it hadn't been used in decades.
Exactly right. It's like cobwebs on those ice cubes.
Full to the top.
Where was it? Where was that ice machine?
Behind their little bar.
No.
I'm getting flashbacks now of you, Steve, actually coming saying, I found the ice machine.
So am I.
I mean, it was like finding treasure. I was like,
right?
I was like, game changer.
Yeah.
Well, that was like at nighttime when we went to get drinks and you asked for ice, they'd put a cube of ice. It's like, it's a cube of ice.
I literally had to show her. I was like, we scoop it in, scoop that right in.
She got the utensil. It was like one cube. I guess they don't like ice in Germany. I don't know.
No, it's bad for the teeth, they say.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to chew ice.
Just in general, I think cold stuff is supposed to be bad. I don't know. That's what I read somewhere when I was in the future.
I've made it this far.
That's right. The teeth are still there.
I mean, how long do I need my teeth?
Nah, about 20 more years at the most.
20 more years. I'm good.
At the most. Oh dear. So how's everyone been since? Is everyone over? Well, Steve, Louie, and Gearman, you over your jet lag and all that kind of stuff?
Jet lag coming home is easy because you just go to bed a little earlier.
I played a gig the day I got back, so
yes,
3 1-hour shows. You know, I played an outdoor show. It was cold, and it was great. And then I slept the next day until football started.
Right.
Yeah, Steve gave me a cold.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all that kissing.
I was going to say, all the time you two, stayed down the bar a long time, you two.
Well, but you guys were close quarters all week. You're right next to each other, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We camped out.
You shared
made sure I had power. I made sure he had smiles all week. What can
Well, that'll get you sick every time. You don't be giving men smiles anymore. Save those for the girls.
Steve, I had no idea, man. How about that? I just learned something new tonight about you.
Thorn to the right of me and Phil X to the left of me. So they were in the room to the right and Phil X. And every once in a while, I would definitely hear someone playing guitar. And I'm like, now, is that Pete or is that Phil? And it was Phil.
Yeah.
That bastard,
guy.
He makes it. He wasn't supposed to be there, and he really does make the whole event.
He's the man. He's
his
the
charisma
man.
And his singing at the jams and stuff. Just kind of. When I heard he wasn't going to be there, and I think I texted Ove like 4 or 5 days ahead of time and said, "Is Phil really not coming?" And he said, "If he does, it'll be a surprise to me." And then I got there a day late, and there's Phil sitting at the table eating food. I was like, "Dude,
he's an awesome dude. He's the best. He is GuitCon.
Yeah,
he deserves.
He
deserves everything he's got."
He's an
I think Steve summed it up the best, actually, when you said that in not an egotistical way on Phil's behalf, but he is the event,
Yeah.
He gets everyone together, and And I was saying to a few people that he's done so many gigs, and more importantly, done so many bad gigs, that he knows how to work a crowd. You know, like there's I don't know what it's on the live stream, but I remember him saying, "What's up? Are you allowed to swear on this stream?"
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, motherfuckers? He ain't the fucking TV. You know, I remember him saying that, and it's like he just knows how to just work a crowd. You know, if there's 4 people there, or if there's 40,000 people there, like with his day job.
Yeah, he's a character.
No, he and also, well, just so everyone else is lovely guys. You know, he's a sweetheart. You know, he's such a gentleman.
Yeah.
But how come he was it 50-50 that he was meant to be? I'm guessing.
I think
he didn't confirm or something. Yeah. It was a misunderstanding allegedly. He didn't get the original email, and he was up for it from the word go. From what he told me, anyway.
Oh, wicked.
You know? Yeah, he was really in there, and it was like a week before. It was like I've had nothing. So he emailed them and said, "What the heck's going on?" And they said, "Are you into it?" Yeah, seriously. I shit you not. Honestly, he didn't. He was up for it from the word go. He was never a question mark. It was just that he didn't hear back from them. So, and that's not a thing. That's not a bad thing from Frameless Warwick. It's just that there was a misunderstanding. He said to me in the bar at X o'clock, that's what he said to me happened. So I believe him. Yeah.
No, absolutely, yeah.
I still hurt from X o'clock, by the way.
Right.
X o'clock.
Yeah.
I know Mike and John the Guitar Skeptic were both what I would call full dayers. In other words,
we're Englishmen.
Like 8 o'clock in the morning on that bus at 9:30.
Yeah. Who got on the bus? I went with Rick Beato.
Then walked down to the bar at night for more drinks. That is where
and mine's empty now.
Bonding would really happen.
It's because they're young.
You know?
No, we're English.
You know, every night, the amount of time, I remember the first 2 nights, Monday and Tuesday, I got up to the room at 2 and I started editing. I thought I'll do a bit of work. By Wednesday, I was like, this ain't happening. I can't do it.
I'll do it when I get home.
Absolutely. You know, and I thought every time I wanted to have an early night, well, I say early night, you get back at 11, you know, and everyone's at the bar, you're like, hey, a minute, I can't go up now. I'm a British guy. I got to keep drinking. What we do?
Yeah, I was
People
quite
would be
proud
disappointed in us, China Mike, wouldn't they?
No, I was quite proud of you because you did make it down until the last knockings most nights. But Steve and I think we 3 o'clock in the morning. That was
you two are hardcore.
Yeah, we were hardcore. And at the end of the day, I didn't need to do any editing because I did it all live while I was there, and that was the point.
Yeah.
I did a live video so that I could go to the bar and just enjoy myself.
He's clever boy.
I'm not sure about clever. My liver doesn't think I'm clever.
Well, yeah. I'm loving the GuitCon t-shirt on the side there, Mike.
Do you like that? Hey, and that's not only that, but look.
No way.
You got 2?
I'm going to be giving one of these to my subs because they were so
brilliant.
Cool. Yeah. So there's one there for me, and there's one here that's not washed for my subs because I know they'll want an unwashed one.
What YouTube are we talking about here?
Oh man,
Steve's already bid $50.
Yeah, right.
This is turning into a sausage fest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear. It's lovely to see you all again. Anyway, you know.
Yes.
Scary. It's over a week now, isn't it? It's a week we all came back.
Yeah.
Did anyone have GuitCon withdrawal? Like when you got back, you're like, what am I supposed to do today?
I had real surreal. What is this real life about? It's like coming back to family life and going back to a day job. I know you guys all do YouTube as a living, but I'm like going back to a day job. Not you.
Nope,
No,
not me.
I've got a day job.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
YouTube is my night job.
Wow, that freaks me out because I thought all of you were full timers.
Nope.
Oh, it's just me. I'm just amateur.
No.
You're so pro. Hey guys, what can I say?
I'll be honest with you. I wish YouTube could pay the bills, but it's not. YouTube does not pay the bills.
No. It pays some bills.
Yeah, you got to be getting some big views to just rely on YouTube, you know. And even that you can't guarantee, because you know it's always up and down, you know, and you're always relying under you're under the YouTube umbrella. They can change the rules whenever they want, you know. So
yes, they
I
can.
don't think it's about that. I don't think any of you, even those that do it full time, you know, I don't think that's what it's about. It's about putting stuff out there for the guys that are watching. And I think it's so nice. Do you remember the Wednesday night talk on making money on YouTube? So many people talked about adding value, and that's what it's all about. It's about adding value. It's the additional things that people make money from YouTube from.
Yeah,
I need to learn how to do that.
A lot of people use YouTube as a vehicle to sell something.
Yeah,
Right. Like you take some lesson guys, and they use YouTube as a vehicle to sell their lessons. Right.
yeah.
But to just depend on ad revenue from YouTube, I'll be honest with you, unless you know you're the PewDiePies of the world, I don't know too many people that could make a living on just YouTube ad revenue. It's usually a side hustle.
For sure. I spend every penny that comes through in ad revenue on buying new gear to show.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. In fact, more than that, I still spend double what I get in YouTube revenue to.
Yeah, funny how that works out.
Isn't it?
But at least at least it's going back into it, right? It's not coming out of the savings account, right?
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly
that's
that.
it.
Anyway, sorry.
Reinvesting in yourself, you know, reinvesting and like you say, bringing value to the people, you know. So if you're just selling to viewers, you know, we're all viewers as well who watch something and you've been sold to, you're like, all right, mate, off. You know, I'll watch the next video now or something like that, isn't it? You know, so
yeah, for sure. It's about adding value. It's about people watching us because they think we're adding value, and they want to watch and they want to listen to what we have to say about things, which is what GuitCon was all about. You know, we all turned up there and we all had a great time and we were all looked after, and we had an amazing, incredible time out there. But at the end of the day, it was all about telling people what it was all about, and the gear, and expressing what we felt about the gear. And that's what it's, you know, don't know, maybe I've diverted.
No, not at all.
You're right on it.
Yeah. And we're lucky. We are lucky because, you know, it's, sorry, Steve, go on. Go on, Steve, take the piss out of me, please.
The food was good too.
The food wasn't bad.
Damn good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, stuff all this video creating. About the food and the beer.
Steve, can I ask you a question, man?
Yeah.
Are you single?
Was it? You know it. No. More importantly than that.
Oh, that's funny.
More importantly, was it boy or a girl? Was it boy or a girl?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Till I got home, thank God.
Oh, roll on 2019 GuitCon now. This is making me miss it more.
Oh, you and me both. We need to be back there. We need to do this more often as well. Just
absolutely. Well, when Steve said he was doing this, I thought, I've got to get back quick from this bloody gig, you know, so I can hang out with the three hunks. So
yeah, this kind of stuff is cool. I think this.
Three
I
hunks.
don't do it enough.
Don't do it enough. Four hunks. Sorry, I can't add up. Hey,
he's good looking, but he's not that smart.
my lighting's all bad. I'm sitting in my garage because it's so windy here, and I'm outside, so my lighting's all terrible.
You know what I was going to say? I'm admiring the lighting from, especially from Steve Louie and China Mike. It's like Steve, your lighting's like a bloody film studio. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I like to put a little bit of art into my craft.
I can see. It's brilliant.
Not me. I'm sitting in the garage with a damn work light
meter. Maybe we should tweak it right around the 4K band for our white balance.
You're currently all on my lap at the moment. That's where you're all sitting while I'm on my sofa.
I'm really uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, great,
take me away from that place. Thank you, Mike.
I'm going to grab a fresh beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you in a second.
When he gets back, I might go make a coffee. Sorry.
I tell you what, talking of 4K, how nice is it to have all the videos from GuitCon in the super high quality? Well, I'm assuming it's 4K anyway. It's high quality for me. Oh, do you not like it?
Earlier, it's actually 1080p.
Ah, I thought it was good. Oh, well, it's just a lot better than mine. What usually mine look like. I just like the cut angles.
Do you think we need to shoot? Here's just a general YouTube question. Do you think we need to shoot 4K? Like, Steve, I know you're shooting 4K. Is it worth it?
Some people tell me, because you know what? Phones are all way above 1080p. And so when they look at it, even on their phone, like my phone's like quad HD or something, you know, it's like, it's pretty crisp.
Do you think it plays into the YouTube algorithm at all?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's probably not necessary, but I just think it looks good.
By the way, I added all you guys to my channel recommendations.
Yeah, I did that too.
Oh yeah, I need to do that too. That was a great thing.
Have more stuff on. That's a really good idea. That was.
Yeah. So one person in the Orlando just brought it up, and this is true. A lot of times people will shoot in 4K, and then they'll because it's 4 times 1080p, but then they'll sequence in 1080p, and then they'll have a 4x zoom with no loss of quality, right? Because 1080p is 1/4 the size.
So they import the 4K video, but they render in 1080p.
They make the timeline 1080p. So when you bring a 4K video in, it will shrink down to 1080p, but you can zoom in. And when you zoom in on 1080p with a 4K, you won't lose any, right? Because it's still 4K. You won't lose any resolution.
How do you make the timeline 4K?
I mean, you mean 1080p?
Yeah.
Drop a 1080p video just on the timeline real quick, even the smallest 1080p video. So have a video set up at the time and the bit rate. I mean, you could just create a sequence. You could just say new sequence and create it from there. But I find it's easier just to drop a little piece of video on there, and then it's sort of set up, and then you can use the 4K and zoom in.
Oh, because it
does work.
Basically makes the project 1080p.
Exactly, makes the project 1080p. The sequence.
Wow.
I need to get on. Yeah.
You hear that, guys? That's the sounds of monitors across America turning off because we just delved into a fucking deep YouTube.
What happened while I was away, guys? What happened? What did you do? Where's everybody gone?
Okay, wake up, people! Wake up! Jesus. All right. Let's liven this conversation up. Who was the biggest asshole at GuitCon?
Oh,
Gearman, dude. Andy Martin.
Yeah, he's a horrible person, Andy Martin.
horrible sweet guy.
Me, great.
Oh dear, one of the sweetest people you could ever meet, wasn't he? You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, super awesome. And a total asshole.
He probably,
I kid.
Felix did the same to me on the live show. He said, "You're such a cool guy. You're such a sweet guy, except when you're being a dick." It's like,
Andy Martin is the kind of guy I feel guilty cursing in front of. You know,
right?
Yeah,
he's just very so nice. You know.
Yeah. I spent 2 hours in a van with him on the way from the airport to the hotel, and there was Kieran Robertson and I were talking in the front of the van. He was in the back with his wife, and Kieran, he punctuates every other word with an expletive. Yeah. And I'm there going, "It's okay. That's Scottish for okay." And
yeah.
Right. He was also a surprise. That was a really sweet guy. Kieran was just I wanted to bring him home and put him up on the mantle so me and my wife can just take him down every once in a while, pull a string, and let him run around and speak. I thought he was a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Yeah, he's playing over in London, and actually, Mike, if you're about December, I think it is. He's playing the Underworld.
Yeah, I'm going.
Are you going to go as well?
I'm interviewing him and Jeff Tate. Yeah. Are we going together?
Well, I'm going, so come, let's do it.
Oh, well, there's an invite I don't get every week.
Because it'll be a late one.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll
It might be, you know, a 24-hour thing.
Late one, a proper English late one.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if we go out Thursday, come back Sunday.
Yeah, I think it would only be British to go out there on about Wednesday afternoon and finish up about Saturday afternoon. That'd be good. Yeah,
You guys have all the fun.
Yeah, we do. We've got the best venues and the best friends in the US.
Yeah. Oh dear. I've just seen finally the chat. There's quite a few people watching, isn't there?
Yeah, we got a few people here.
Yeah, a couple of 176.
Let's go.
That's because Steve is the man.
Steve is the man. Hello
He
to
is
everyone
the man.
watching.
We
Hello.
love CGS. You look like Russell Crowe. Well, there is that. Yes, I look like Russell Crowe after he's had a few more pies. I'm reading the comments. Yes. Let me do my Russell Crowe impression.
Let's hear it.
Jesus, here it comes.
Are you not entertained?
Brace yourself.
Are you not entertained? Yeah, I can't. Don't slow hand me, Steve. That's the second time you've slow handed me in the last month, and the first time I got rather more excited because it was in person.
This is why you got sick, Steve.
That's it. Exactly.
That'll do it.
We need to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Together. In the nicest possible way.
So sad.
Oh God! Oh,
I miss you. I miss you. I really do miss you. I miss you all. It was amazing. It was just such a special, special week. It was fun.
I look forward to seeing everyone's videos, but there's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, slow down with that. Slow down with it. You know, take it easy.
No.
I'm going.
Like the one before you came on, the one I mentioned earlier that I really enjoyed was all the bass players played Billie Jean.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Did you see that?
Yeah, really good. Really, really good.
I think that's my favorite GuitCon video so far. Just
that was a really good one.
Incredible. Who would have thought when you take all these bass players to actually make something musical? I would have thought it would have just had this preponderant sound of like, you know.
Well, they're all really like Adam Neely and
I was going to say Adam was there, so he's
well, he did the melody.
Yeah, he's an incredible talent. I love that guy, and what's more, he's so wise. I mean, Rick Beato and Adam Neely together. I was in the what can I say? The Stretch Mercedes van on the way to GuitCon every morning, and the knowledge that came out of the Stretch Mercedes van was incredible. They are lovely, lovely guys, really down to earth. But what they don't know about music is not worth knowing. They're incredible. They really are. Beautiful.
I came home with Adam and Jamie from the bass.net, I think it is. And but our shuttle, I don't know if anyone knows, our bus didn't come. So we got up for 4:30 in the morning. We're waiting in the lobby. No bus come. And it got to
panic.
Like 4:45. Because it's a 2-hour drive. Our flight was at 8. In the end, we had to order a taxi. It came at 5:15. It cost €320.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but we're claiming it back, obviously, from the guys, you know. But when we was in the bus, Jamie said, "Oh, what would be your last song if you ever heard before you kind of passed away?" And I was like, I said, what did I say? Louis Armstrong, "We have all the time in the world," that kind of stuff. And Adam said like some concerto orchestra thing. I was like, wow, you know your shit, man. He's such an intelligent guy. You know, he's wow. Yeah.
I would have said the end of Layla.
That's well, I just think of the Goodfellas there anyway. So it's just quite fitting, isn't it, of death?
Yeah.
Yeah, Badge. Going into Badge.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'd be dead by the time Badge hit. I'm dying during the slide solo.
You know, it's funny. I had a live show last night, and I told everyone on my live show I felt like the least talented guy at GuitCon. There was so much talent there.
Me too. I love it.
Just crazy amount of talent
Yeah.
And you know what it's like, and this is actually in one of my videos. I did 5 weird things with Samurai Guitarist. And one of the things, I'll give everyone a sneak peek into the 5 crazy things of GuitCon. That room we were in, it was like the Breakfast Club. Remember the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, right.
It was one room. Like the whole movie took place in a room.
We were all there.
GitCon is like the Breakfast Club because we all walk in as strangers and we all leave as friends.
Leave as friends.
Yeah.
So right.
That's true.
You're so right.
So
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great thing about that whole show is that giant room is a great coagulator, keeps everybody together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you actually have to go out of your way not to be friendly with people because, again, we're all just bumping into each other. And you know what? If they ever took that away, that camaraderie room,
it wouldn't work.
It would kill the spirit.
Wouldn't be the same. Would not be the same. That was absolutely the sausage club.
Yeah.
Easy.
Because
Trust the Brit to bring it back down, eh?
No,
Trust
it wasn't me. It was Krellbar. I just repeated what he said on the chat. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Steve from Boston.
the 2 guys from TGU 18, which happened this past spring when I went to that. I don't think any of you guys were on that one.
No.
No.
They were there. They were at GitCon, right? Simeon and Dominic were both at GitCon.
Oh, from Harley Benton.
At TGU in May.
I'll tell you, those Toman guys, so friendly.
Yeah.
Chris.
People.
They paid my bar tab every night. They're a great bunch of guys.
Shit, I wish I'd known that.
Oh, shit, you didn't know that.
All I got was a flashlight.
Yeah, it cost them a lot of money.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shit.
Are any of you doing TGU next year? Not to
I
draw
haven't
it
been
off
invited. I have not been invited.
I asked them if they're going to do it again, and they said they're gonna. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I just don't have the means to hit 2 Germany shows.
Yeah, I don't need. I play. It falls during gigs. There was no way I could do it this year.
If I had to choose between TGU and GitCon,
Don't say it. Don't say it. You can't take it back once you say it.
Okay, I won't say it, but all I'll say is wherever Guitar Man Dude goes, that's where I'm headed.
What a flirt.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Oh, that's just,
Steve, you need to be worried, man. He is going to cheat on you.
And wherever my buddy.
That's great.
We'll be at both.
There you go.
Yeah, wherever the wind takes us, that's where
they'll
we'll
have
go.
me. If they'll have me, I'm happy to do both.
Yeah.
My wife wants a GitCon cruise.
Ooh.
She said, what about doing it at a different location? I said, well, that's not really going to work, babe. It's kind of a Warwick thing. It's supposed to be done on their facility. And, they're footing the bill. And she's like, can't they just move all their stuff to a cruise ship for a week? I said, they probably could.
It's fair. Fair point.
They could build the cruise ship in the custom shop.
There you go. Flame Maple. Hell yeah.
Oh God Almighty!
Oh, I tell you though, I would be back there next year like a shot because it was the best week of my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Barring having children and getting married, which I have to say.
Which you have to say. All right.
By contract, yeah.
I'll tell you, for anyone that's been to NAMM, you realize how crappy NAMM is after you go to GitCon.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. I've never been to NAMM. Shockingly. And I think I'm going to go January. I think I'm going to make it my first one,
We're going together, Michael. We're going
definitely.
Together.
Let us know for sure.
Yeah, I think we have to sort out a big old reunion, won't we?
We do need to talk about getting a British contingent over at NAMM, other than the Mr. Chapman.
What's so great is that us old jaded guys who have been there so many times. The only thing we enjoy now is showing people who have never been there before around.
There you go.
Most exciting thing we have at this point is to go. Yeah. There's a Fender room. There's a Charvel room.
Yeah.
When who was I speaking to? I think it was when I was speaking with Samurai Guitarist, and they were all saying about the dinners and like the parties afterwards. I was like, hey, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
You know?
Hook up out at NAM. It depends. It depends.
You know, we have to all get hold of Gene and gate crash the PRS event.
So
Steady.
you guys know, at the Framus Warwick booth, they did this last year. They're doing it again this year. They're going to have food.
Oh, they're going to do it again?
They're going to do the same thing.
That spread was awesome.
Yeah, so they're going to have liquor, soft drinks, dessert, and like dinner.
Right.
So like 5 o'clock or whenever NAM wraps up.
I love it.
And something I'm going to do with Brian from, Framus US, we're going to do a live stream from the Framus booth every night.
Oh, cool.
Just to wrap up, pass the microphone around. What did you say? What you like? So you're going to be
cool.
Live stream every night at the end of the thing, along with food and drinks. So
you put out that big spread last year. I thought that was very generous. And the food there is so crappy and so overpriced for him.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's wicked overpriced and wicked crappy. I mean, the truck food's better, but that inside food, if you don't want to go outside, it's garbage.
It is garbage in there. And considering what they charge, you think they could make a good burger or a good whatever. It's terrible.
So do you think it'd be better if Mike and I had a barbecue over here in the UK and we just come over and watch pictures and videos of NAM?
Live stream. We'll just live stream it.
Well, NAM is about the people. It's just NAM is, think of at the bar after GuitCon when everyone's hanging out. That's NAM.
Yeah,
right.
Chaos and everyone's just hanging out. That's what NAM is. But making good quality videos at NAM.
No, bring it here. Do it in my garden. We'd be up.
I have a totally different outlook on NAM because I have to go as two different people. I have on Friday. I work in a guitar store, so I go on Friday. I'm an employee to my boss, and I go make the orders for the first half of the year. I go meet with Martin. I meet with Taylor. I meet with Sir. I meet with everybody, and it's really hard to do as a purchaser when it's being overrun by the public, and all of us YouTubers and everything, all that stuff going on. It's kind of taken over the whole NAM show, and it's an interesting.
Yeah, because you get to see both sides of it.
Exactly. And then on Saturday is Gear Man Dude Days. I always split the cost with my boss. I go on and I make the stuff on Friday. I work for Guitar Emporium. On Saturday, I work for myself. And it's two totally different experiences. I mean, and the manufacturers, the reps there, they're only interested in one thing, taking orders. They are not interested at all in showing us, the YouTubers and the geeks, the gear freaks that we are. Yep. They don't care about showing us their new stuff. They want the next guy with the red badge coming up that's a buyer and going, no, you sit down and order another $600,000 worth of acoustic guitars for me.
Yeah. Blue badge.
And blue badge. And and they try to ignore it. It's an interesting. I've thought about talking about it for a long time, but I don't want to ruin it for the public because I think the public is beautiful to have there, and I think it's great, and it's really turned it.
Let's put it like this: if the public wasn't there, NAM would be dead altogether.
That's what I'm saying. That they've really turned it into a festival of sorts. You know what I mean? They really have. It didn't used to be that way.
GuitCon is NAM perfected.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you just acknowledge not everyone goes to NAM to write the orders anymore. A lot happens before, a lot happens after. But what it's turned into is a press arena. But
there you go.
The companies don't want, they're not equipped for that. So really what GuitCon has become is dedicated time to guys like us that genuinely are passionate about the gear, make fun and entertaining videos about the gear, which then drives demand.
Right. We're helping that. We're magazine ads is what I tell everybody.
Absolutely.
We're a magazine ad that never goes away until YouTube goes away. We're a permanent advertisement for whatever it is that you're showcasing, whether it's teaching somebody a song or showing a pedal or whatever. It's a new form of advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We kind of are a new form of advertising, but hopefully we are independent of the big brands, which is what makes GuitCon so cool, because we're there just saying what we feel, what we think about stuff.
Sure.
It's totally unbiased. I know I will never, ever say something positive because somebody's paid me to say something positive.
Yeah, nobody's paying me to say anything nice, so I don't have that problem.
Nobody's paying me to say anything, so I'm going to say nothing more.
Right,
okay,
right.
Good night.
Right.
That.
What, Steve didn't pay you to be here? He paid me.
Yeah, I got the check as well. What's going on?
What the hell? Maybe we weren't supposed to tell him.
But back with the NAM thing, I always thought it was kind of an invitee, not an invitee, but you had to be in the industry, so to speak. It wasn't like
It used to be.
Changed? So now anyone can kind of go now, is it?
Well, you have to you've got to get a badge through a music retailer.
Sure.
But that's very easy to do.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Well, someone was saying to me, I think it was Arnold, saying we can go class as media, which I didn't realize.
Exactly. Yep, totally.
Now they recognize.
Speak to Mike and Jeannie.
Yeah, any of those people would be, anyone that you met last week, they'll have a badge for you if you just email them.
I'm quite good pals with Adrian Thorpe from Thorpe Pedals.
I love Thorpe.
Oh man, his pedals are just redonkulous.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, he said to me, if you need a badge, like tell me and I'll sort you out. So
that's the hardest part, is to get a badge, and then of course the cost of getting your ass over there.
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
then
worst.
it's just flying over there, you know. But yeah, I've been wanting to go for years. So.
Just to give you a little heads up on that, a hotel that's $79 a night is $250 a night the week.
Yeah.
A hotel $350 a night is $399 a night the week of NAM.
Look up bed and breakfasts. I mean, Airbnb. Excuse me. The Airbnbs they don't stoke the rates, and you can find places close enough, and there's public transportation. You'd be surprised how inexpensive you can get a place.
I think it will have to be Airbnb. When I last went to LA, can't speak. When I last went to LA, I was staying at Airbnbs, you know. So
it's impressive.
Our spirits aren't going unless a big manufacturer pays us. Is that right?
What is it? You know, if I'm over there, I'm like, come on, Fender.
Yeah, we'll go. Right. We'll go if they pay for us to go. But Well,
I'd want to do a gig as well. I'd like to play or something over there as well. You know,
and you should.
Now, I did that one year. It can be done. I mean, as you know, as YouTubers, I attached myself one year. I was invited by JHS, and you know, come make an appearance in the booth once a day, and you know, so we can say here's Gearman Dude playing pedals for 30 minutes, and they paid for everything, and they were the nicest, I mean, most generous people. That it was incredible. And I had no idea that was even, I never thought of that on my own. I didn't think about that approach of, you know, I just was going to do it by myself or not do it at all. And if there's people out there you're close with, you'd be surprised what they'll, cause they can write it off. It's a write off for them. And there's ways to do it.
It's a long way from the UK. It's
You're damn right.
Way to the top when you want to rock and roll.
Well, it's not much cheaper when you're flying to LA, and I'm sure that both Steve and Lewis can confirm. I mean, when you're flying from the East Coast to the West Coast, it's not much cheaper than flying from Europe to the West Coast. It's
probably
expensive.
NAM turns out to be about 1,500. I mean, Steve, would you say about 1,500?
That sounds about right. I'm generally out about $1,000 in hotel and $500 in airfare.
Yeah, and then food. So there's your 1,500.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know,
maybe I can't go this year. I'm just.
Okay, so Mike, how do you fancy going down to Devon to a camp in? I
was going to say, do you want to get a 1-bedroom place and we just share a bed?
Me and Dave.
There's a video.
Me and Dave going down to see Ben Crow and cut Crimson.
Oh,
Guitars.
Crimson! Yeah.
Why don't you come down with us and we'll hike and camp out and we'll make that as a video series.
I did. I went to Crimson.
As good as NAM.
I did. I was on their podcast. I think it was last year. I did it. I went down there. Good Toby. I don't know if he's still affiliated with him. I'm assuming he is. But yeah, I did a podcast with Toby and Ben, and
Nice.
yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I want to. I've been debating about trying to do one of their courses because I'd love to know like about fret dressing or even changing frets. Just the technical thing, I'll just play them. I'm really bad with like me and a soldering iron. Forget about it,
Yeah, I reckon I could swing it. We're going down. Dave Barlow guitar and we're going down next spring, and I reckon I could swing it for you to come down with us if you want to, and build
for sure,
guitar.
man. Yeah, if you can, tickle a few little feathers.
I'll tickle a few little feathers.
Tickle your ass with a feather. I'm sorry, I said typical nasty weather.
Oh, it's all the
it's so naughty. It's so naughty.
I've got church in the morning, I mean.
Amen.
You're a choir boy. I know you're a choir boy. Back there with your cassock on.
I love it that Dr. Rick from In the Blues, he sent me a really he nearly made me cry. That's the most loveliest message. And he went, "What I love about you, you're naughty in the good way." I was like, he knows it.
He sent me the same message about you, and
Yeah,
I agree.
I got the same message too.
Yeah,
You know what I did?
Fuckers.
I bet I'm the only guitar player there that did it. And if I'm not, then damn it, I've been like really proud that I did this. But the day I got home, in fact, some of you guys helped me get his email. I got the email address for the drummer, Magic.
Oh, I got it too.
Oh wow,
And
that's cool.
I sent him the most beautiful, like, just, you are an amazing, amazing musician, and what you're doing up there with a 4-piece kit, and you're being able to play, whether it's loud and hard rock or laying back. I mean, just playing the room and being a total pro was, if nobody's told you, I'm here to, and I just went on and on and on, big, stupid, long email, and he loved it. He sent back just a beautiful, beautiful, appreciative. He's like, "Thank you so much. I don't know what to say." And I was like, hell yeah. That guy
good
needs,
for you, man, for doing that.
some love. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, he needed.
Well done, brother. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
Isn't he? He's incredible.
He's an amazing drummer. He really is.
Yeah.
He's a bad typist, though.
Yes. He doesn't even know how to spell his name. His name's spelled all fucked up.
Fuck it out.
Well, it's
Magic, but he's got like all kinds of weird extra letters in there.
Well, because it's Polish. He's from Poland.
No, that's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
His punctuation was terrible. What a player, though. What a player. What a player.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real band guy. When you play with somebody like that, or you watch somebody like that. I mean, there was some of the stuff you guys did where it was like instrumental, like really high, high mathematical jazz rock fusion instrumental stuff that was crazy. There he is. He's just doing it. He's doing it. And then here's Highway to Hell, and he's doing that. He's got to lay back and play something folky. He's laying back and doing it. And anyway, I was just and I was taken with him last year as well. I just thought, this guy is literally magic. He's a magic drummer. They're hard to find. I mean, I play in bands, and it's hard to find somebody like that.
So just to clear something up, because someone in the comments said they're Polish and they're offended. What I meant was, not the spelling was wrong. He's actually from Poland, so his name is spelt, phonetically. It sounds like magic, but it's actually spelt. I think it's Macieij.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's
Don't worry, they were mad at me for making fun of extra consonants and vowels, but I didn't mean any offense by it.
Don't be offended.
All week anyway.
Don't be offended.
Yeah.
We loved everybody.
Offend more people. We call them drummer Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. But he's an amazing, and he did GuitCon last year too.
Yeah, yeah.
It was I thought I saw a video of him at GuitCon last year. That's right. Yeah. No,
phenomenal.
He's a top man.
Without somebody like that behind everyone, we'd all look like crap.
You need a good backup behind everybody.
I did like that they brought in some bands and stuff and musicians. I thought that was pretty cool. A difference from last year. That was neat.
Yeah.
I do like Nick. I forget his surname. He did the jam on Monday, and he knows how to hold an audience. He's a funny boy. He is. But
I think the night they did the Prince tune, was it that one? It got blocked in America, right?
Oh, did it really?
Really?
No, I don't know. I
One of the
streamed everything. I streamed everything, but Wednesday night did not go out. We're getting somebody saying that we did an awesome job on While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and I just want to thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've got the comments on my phone here. I haven't got them on my
That's made my day, especially seeing as I got included with the pretty boy.
Oh, you don't have to call me pretty.
I wasn't. I love you, but I wasn't.
I'm not pretty.
You are.
It's the lighting. It's the garage.
The garage.
Yeah,
the
look behind
garage.
me.
As we would say in the UK, the garage. Show me your garage.
There's the workbench.
Oh, man.
There it is.
Nice.
Look at that.
That was the longest I've ever played While My Guitar Gently Weeps in my life.
Yeah, it was the longest I've ever stood on a GuitCon stage and shit myself.
I remember after about 25 minutes, I was like, you know what? I want a guitar solo now. It's like, I'm just going to start playing. If no one likes it, I don't care if the chords all go wrong now. I'm having a go. You know.
I was told by my buddy Jay Coulter, you've got to go up there. And
I
was told by Felix, and it was like,
you get up
there, get up, you the bugger. And it was like, oh, I really don't want to. But
they came out, you were tapping away, weren't you?
I tapped.
You tapped, all right? Yeah.
I tapped myself.
I'm pretty sure I did the solo too. You really got me at something.
You did, and it was naughty. And what's more, you also you were really quite derogatory about Felix's guitar being headstock heavy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I saw someone. I watched it back on the stream, and someone said about I didn't even clock that you were doing that. The headstock heavy thing.
The headstock
funny.
I was like, what the hell is this?
It's an SG, damn it. They're supposed to be that way.
And he just slings it way too low. That guitar was like 3 or 4 inches below.
He does. He likes it low, doesn't he? He's got it very low.
He has to.
So turned, it's like I can't play like this.
And the fattest neck in the world. It's like a 50.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's like makes the Jeff Beck look like.
But you know what I do? It's the more I saw that guitar, Phils, I was like, you know what? It's a cool looking guitar. I mean, it's very loud. It's a loud looking guitar, but
yeah,
it's a cool guitar.
His attitude is, if you can play this as nicely as I can play it, you're a guitarist. If you can't, then just watch me play it. And that's all there is to it. And I love watching him play it. He was amazing. He was just inspirational.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good balls in his playing. He has. And another guy I really liked playing was Michael Wagner, the German guy.
And Josh Allen, those two guys.
Oh, Josh. Oh, right. Josh is. I did a video because I've met Josh a few times prior GuitCon. Yeah. And I said to him, I was like, mate, you've got to sit in a room and show me how you pick, because his picking hand is just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
how fast that guy can pick, you know. But there was one. I
did a learn a lick with him, and it was a pretty badass lick.
I did.
Yeah,
he's ridiculous. Though I am quite proud that I did something. I was doing like a legato. It's on whenever I upload it. I did like a bit pull off and then pick, a bit like a Paul Gilbert kind of thing. Yeah, and he couldn't do it, and I was like, yes, I can do something you can't do.
You're winning. You win.
Exactly. Never mind all the things I can't do, you can do. There's something I can do, you can't do. So, I look forward to uploading that eventually.
Purple Rocket 66 said, how did you like Nick Johnson? He was the most darling guy, wasn't he?
Nick Johnson is without doubt
amazing.
He is without doubt one of the best guitar players I've ever.
He was so sick. I did an interview with him, and I had him play some crazy riffs, and we sort of did an interview, and then at one point I just sort of I just sort of made up. And I was like, hey, remember those riffs I was showing you earlier that you really loved? Which, of course, never happened. And he was like, oh, right. I go, remember that like Hungarian minor country chick riff I showed you? Like, oh, right. It was kind of like this. And, of course, he does a country chicken riff. And I think the last one was 128th notes with a whole note equal.
Guys, I have to check out, but I loved this so much. Thank you, Steve, for
man.
hosting
So cool
this.
seeing you, man.
Lovely to
Good
see
seeing
you. Yeah.
everybody. I
You're
look
a man,
forward to
dude.
the next opportunity.
Later,
Yeah, we'll
brother.
definitely have to do it again. Good to see you, man.
Love you,
but
brother.
love. Peace.
Love you, brother.
Take care, my friends.
Love you more. Ha!
Oh,
that was I just got a note from Mike Palmisano. He couldn't make it.
Oh, Mike, what a bastard.
I don't know how to hang up. I'm
Oh,
trying.
it's just a good job we weren't slagging you off, innit? That gear man, dude, what a wank.
And he's
I know.
back.
Hey,
Then he's
hey,
gone again.
hey, China Guitar, I have a question for you.
Yeah, man.
I want to geek out for a second. What do you got in the rack back there? Can you walk me down top to bottom?
Yeah, of course I can.
What do you got going on? I see the Marshall.
Yeah, I've got a JMP one.
Yep, I see that.
And I've got a Behringer Feedback Destroyer.
Okay, that's right below it.
Yeah, and I've got a somewhere there I've got a DBX 246.
Okay.
And somewhere there I've also got something else.
Is that the only preamp you have? Is the Marshall?
No, I don't use any preamps. I just plug straight in. It's like tonight I figured I might go down the 246 route because it makes some really nice video vocal, but I think I've got really good nice vocal.
And on the left, what is that Marshall head on the left by the
which one? Wait, everyone's asking. I see
under the orange amps. What is that?
Yep, that's a Marshall JCM 800 2210, which is a 2-channel 1984, I think 1980. No, it might have been.
So is that a 100-watt version?
Yeah, they're both 100-watt amps.
So I have the 50-watt version of that. Mine is a 2250, I think. What's right below that? The head.
That's the lead 100. That's a lead 100.
Why is it so
thin?
Cleanest
damn amp. The cleanest amp that Marshall ever made. Do
you
like it?
What is that model again?
It's the lead 100.
Someone just said this conversation is getting to Nigel Tufnell territory.
Yeah. It all goes to 11, man.
Yeah, 11. All the numbers go to 11 in your mind.
No, honestly though, it's a good question because loads of people have asked, and I was very.
Sorry,
careful.
no, carry on. So I didn't mean
not to be.
So a lead 100.
A lead 100, yeah. That's a solid state amp.
But it looks like it's just like the controls. There's no.
Yeah. It literally is a solid state amp from 1970 something.
Ah.
Yeah. And the JCM 800 lead series is a 2210.
That Marshall right there is that's a winning amp right there.
Yeah, that 2210 I've been offered $4,000 for, but I won't part with it. But
yeah,
really,
I'd part.
I played
with mine
that,
for $4,000.
Yeah.
Well, mate, I remember my friend of mine. I was with him, and we bought one from Chandler's Guitars. I don't know if the guys in the States know Chandler's.
Chandler,
remember in Q? Charlie Chandler, like the tech for Gary Moore, that kind of stuff. And I've never heard of it before. And then I think I read that Joe Satriani used one. I thought, oh, it must be good. And he bought one, and he sold it, and they were $4,000.
Which model is this?
The 2210.
Huh.
All I can say is I've had it since '87.
You're the original owner?
Yeah, I bought it brand new.
Wow.
And actually, what's more, I went to the factory and I saw Jim, and that's I kid you not. I will do a video on it sometime, but
that's really cool, man.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you're the original owner doubles the value, in my humble opinion. because a lot of these amps that are selling for big bucks, they've gone through so many owners. Nobody, there's always the fear of, did somebody muck with it? Is it not original?
No, this has not been touched since.
You could probably ask for 2, 3x, whatever the street price is. The fact that you're the original owner on it.
I've barely played it other than about 10,000 gigs in the 90s. I played it everywhere and anywhere in the UK.
Original? Does it have the original tubes?
Yeah. I haven't changed the tube or anything.
What brand of tubes? What's silk screened on the tube?
I don't know. I'll open it up at some point and show you if you want.
Yeah, I'd be curious. I love seeing like old amps that have groove tubes because you can't get them anymore.
Well, they have, that one has the original tubes that came in the 80s.
Yeah, wow. I'd be, in your free time, I'd be curious to know what's in there.
Yeah, cool. Let's touch base and come over.
I'll be right there.
You are welcome to stay here. Come and stay, and you, me, and Mike can have a jam out here.
I'd love that. And likewise, if you guys are ever in the States, you're cordially invited. So,
oh, bless you. Hopefully that will be sooner than later.
Yeah.
We were really, Mike. I have to say, we were so welcomed by the whole contingent at GuitCon, weren't we? As guitar players, they were awesome and lovely to us. Steve and Lewis and David Wallerman and
David.
Yeah. You were so kind to us. Thank you, guys. You really made us feel part of something that we were virgins this year. Virgins. Yeah, and you made us feel
you don't have to thank anyone, man. It's a community. Like you said earlier, it's a family, and it just grows, right? Families get bigger, and it was just great to meet new people this year. So you don't have to thank anyone for being cool, man. Thanks is mutual, right? So it's all good, man.
Well, I said to David Rolliman, because I think back in 2011, and we did a video, and I spoke about it in it, that his video was one of the first videos I saw and like getting started in doing YouTube videos. I think he did a video like how, as a guitar player, starting a YouTube channel, something like that. And I remember watching that, I thought, I can give this a go. You know what I mean? So I was saying to him, this is all your fault. Nice. Good or bad, you're the reason why I'm here. So it was really cool to see him and shoot. It was very full circle in a way.
Yeah.
So it was great to be able to hang out with him, and like I say, everyone else. So I echo what China Mike said.
We had a great time. You guys are awesome. You rock. And we loved hanging out with you guys, and we really loved GuitCon. It was just a special event for us Brits, wasn't it? Because it was only you and me. The two Mikes from the UK. We did our best. You were up there you were up on stage representing, and I was there in the audience, going, "Yeah, go!" And it was good. It was good, and we had a really nice time. And the thing was that everybody behind the scenes was so nice. We made videos with, with Steve. We made videos with Lewis. We made videos with David. We made videos with Phil X and Guitar Goddess and Adam Neely.
You know what my biggest regret is? I didn't make a video with everyone.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Mike, we didn't China. You and I did the video at the end.
That's what made the week for me, is that I think I just about, with about one or two that I didn't know, and I apologize to those that I didn't know, I made a live stream.
That was brilliant. You got everybody.
And I loved it because, I just felt so honored from my subs for being there. I where did I earn getting to GuitCon? And there's only one place, and that's from my subs. And so what I wanted to do was include them, and everybody, every single person there was up for coming on and doing an interview with me, and I got everybody at GuitCon. It was amazing.
And also, you had the best spot because you were near the kitchen.
Well, I was near Steve. I was near Steve, and that's all that I needed, because if I run out of a bit of energy every now and then, he just threw me some bagels or some soup or some.
So Andrew was asking if Jay Leonard J was there. He was not there. He was at TGU 18, but he wasn't at this event.
Who's that?
Jay Leonard J, who unfortunately, I feel bad. He had a burst pipe. His whole basement and his whole recording was flooded, and his gorgeous Larrivee 12-string acoustic was like floating, and he had and the ceiling collapsed in his basement.
Wow.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. He had a burst pipe, but as I understand it, like the insurance took over, and they're like feeding through like the recovery, and they're ripping up the floor and replacing everything, doing everything. But yeah, I felt bad. He posted the other day, and he was like, my whole basement's flooded, and I was like, I know about flooding, but mine comes from the ground up, and his came from the ceiling down, which was a lot more of a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really, really talented guy. One of the more talented guitar players I've ever met, and his talk box like work is just insane.
Oh, really?
So good with the talk box. He basically says he uses it in place of a wah-wah pedal, and he does so many funk tunes, in his set list with that talk box, and damn, it's just so freaking good. I wish I had more footage of him, but
I'll have to check him out. Shockingly, I haven't seen much of his stuff. I know certainly the name and whatnot.
He's a Canadian. He's from I want to say Vancouver,
right?
And what's the channel called, Steve?
Jay Leonard J.
I'm making note of that.
Yeah.
I'll check him out. There's so many great players out there, man. There's
player. Yeah. Another good player that should be going to these events is RJ. RJ's at Ronquillo.
Okay.
He's a really good guy, and I met him at Summer NAMM, but he's one of those guys that I was doing some Dan Electro videos, and I was like, oh, who else is doing another Dan Electro video? And he was, and so that's when I ran into his channel. And it's funny because he knew the same thing with me. He goes, yeah, I saw you because you did some Dan Electro stuff. And I was like, yeah. So check him out. Check out RJ. He's a really good player. Does that like sort of like blues, but also like a lot of like really good R&B stuff. He's like one of those guys. He's really, really good. And he's always touring, right? He's a touring guy.
Ben, very kindly, Ben Coombs, my Canuck buddy, said those live streams are the best. Mike, thanks for that. And we also had a comment which said, is GuitCon going to be better attended next year, from Frederick Pfeiffer? I thought it was really well attended this year.
I thought it was quite well attended.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was really, really, and somebody else saying, what's the name of the girl who plays 8-string on the Frickers channel? That was One Girl Guitar. She was amazing. And I think the thing was, on that Friday night, there was a little bit of a misdemeanor there. Can I say, because I've got a lot of comments on the Friday night video, both about the numbers that were chosen and tuning and all that stuff. We didn't find out, did we, guys, until about Wednesday of the week that there was going to be a blues jam.
Yeah, it was a bit later on.
It was right at the last minute.
Spreadsheet out though, didn't they? Like the week before, didn't they send out a spreadsheet with the jams every night?
No, I didn't see that. I don't know how you guys saw, but I was literally, I had to go back for my little girl's 9th birthday on Saturday last week, and so I missed it. But
I'll tell you what, I just hated that bloody PRS I had because it was so out of tune.
Oh man,
And then when I heard the thing back, when I heard it back, and I was like, because you can't really hear it very well on stage.
Right.
Yeah. And I watched the stream back. I was like, oh my god!
I so felt for you, brother. So felt for you, brother.
Put, Mike's a really good player. You should kind of hear it's out of tune. I thought, I can't even hear what I'm playing.
But it wasn't that, was it? You know, I came up on Thursday night and did While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And to be honest and really fair about it, we really couldn't hear the foldback on the stage. You know, it was like you had to feel what you were playing. And all the rest of the week, you played like a demon, man. I was so proud of you. You know, you really represented the UK, and I was so proud of you. And
yeah, but Friday, that guitar, damn PRS, it's an SE one, the cheap model.
Don't even say that. Don't go there.
A jam on Friday night. I mean, all the vendors started packing up like Friday afternoon. I was like,
about Friday morning, Wednesday evening, something like that.
Friday turned out to be a non-GuitCon day because everyone was just packing their bags.
Yeah. You know, I tried to pack Steve in my bag on Friday, but he wouldn't get in there. Steve, love you, man. You should be here. I tried to get you in my bag.
Yeah.
You know,
no, it was a shame with Friday. I remember thinking hopefully I do go next year if they have it. But if it is like it this year, I don't plan anything big for Friday. I had like 3 or 4, I think. And the last one I did was with Pete, and there was no bloody guitar. I had to run downstairs to get one off the wall, you know, in the factory, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because there's no guitars. There's nothing, you know.
I wound up doing Wallerman and I did 2 videos, one for his channel, one for my channel, Friday morning. And then I did a Harley Benton, but it was all in the 4K room because everyone else was just, you know, they were rolling the pallets of stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely. If I say next year, make sure Friday is
we all need to be invited back next year, and if we do go back next year, we will all do a special 4-part guitar harmony, won't we? The 4 of us.
Oh, sure.
Well, I have to say, at least we should do the Brits versus the Americans. You know, me and Mike, the 2 Mikes versus the Pixie.
All right, I choose Phil X.
No.
It's not fair.
You have the Tone King.
But you know what? The water that you guys drink like spawns great guitarists over there. We don't drink that same water over here.
It has to be said that we do drink a special.
Seriously, what's up with like the amazing talent coming out of the UK?
Oh, stop it! It's Mike Bradley. That's all it is.
I'm not kidding, man. When you look at like the British Invasion on, just with like all those bands from the Beatles on, it's just like it keeps coming.
Yeah, we're not finished yet. We're not finished. We're not finished by a long way.
The guitar talent that comes out of the UK is pretty fascinating to me.
Yeah,
it is nuts. There's a few.
Think Lando 27's right. It's all about beer.
Yeah, perhaps.
Alcohol,
I need to look at these comments.
Yeah.
I am quite proud that I got my first guitar where Eric Clapton got his first guitar.
Maybe that had something to do with it.
That was that, and it's all kind of. I'm Surrey based, and that like Jimmy Page lived in Epsom, and I live in Epsom. They're all kind of in the same.
Don't plug your mother. It's not.
So how far do you guys live out? How far do you guys live outside of London?
I'm about on the train. I'm about 28 minutes away from London Waterloo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever hear of a little town called Pangbourne?
I'm far enough away from him.
You ever hear of a little town called Pangbourne?
Pangbourne, yeah.
No, but I'm going to Google map it now and have a look where it is.
I spent a lot of time there about 10 years ago. I was doing some work over there, and I brought my wife and my he's 17 now, but he was like 3 when I brought him over.
Oh, in Reading.
Yeah,
Reading.
By Reading. What a nice.
It's an hour and 3. It's 51 miles away from where I live.
Yeah, what a nice little town. You know, over there it's all little villages.
Yeah,
you know, which is nice.
I live in a village. I live in a village now. I won't say the exact place in case I get some weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange actually. The higher up you kind of get in YouTube, you got to be careful about where you live. I remember like posting my address, all that kind of stuff once on YouTube.
We're all careful. It's just about being friendly to our subscribers and the people.
I was very happy, not happy, but annoyed, but at the same time, like, wow, that someone did a fake account on Instagram of me recently. I was like, wow, someone took the time to do that. Really?
That was Steve, I think. Did that.
Yeah, probably.
You have the best with the amount of talent. But Canada has Russian legal pot. Well, there you go.
Oh, well, you have to say legal pot. When it comes to legal pot, who cares about legal pot? Because we just smoke it anyway.
It's legal in my state.
Baba Zanti. There you go, eh?
Hey, gentlemen. I am going to respectfully say goodnight to everyone. I promised my wife a Netflix this evening.
Oh yeah, Netflix and chill, eh, Louis?
So I don't want to be late, but Steve, thank you for having me, and to everyone tuning in.
Buddy.
It was fun.
We're gonna wrap up here in a couple of minutes anyway. It's almost 9.
Mike, really good seeing you guys.
Good to see you, my friends. Hope to see you soon.
Love you, man. Hope to catch up soon.
Sounds great, guys. Be
Cheers,
good.
buddy.
Take care.
Take care, man. Enjoy Netflix and chilling.
Sounds good. Take
Say
care,
hello
everyone.
to Mrs. Tone King.
I will.
Mrs. Tone King.
I'll see you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers, brother.
Take care, my friend.
Take care.
Oh, bless.
China Mike, Zach Tonga said, China Mike and Mike Bradley, if you guys go back next year to GuitCon, bring Justin Guitar with you.
Oh yeah, we should.
He's a cool guy. I mean, I'd be very surprised if he wasn't invited. It might be a.
Well, I caught up with him at the UK Guitar Show this year when I was there with Dave Barlow, and they were telling me, don't bother the guy, don't bug him, and I was like, yes, bug everybody, go and say hello to him. And I offered to carry his amp to the station, but he didn't want that. So,
but did you chat to him though? Was he like you got on well with him or not?
No, I watched the back of his flat cap.
Oh. I thought you were gonna have like a little inside scoop.
No,
there.
I don't have any inside scoop other than the fact that Dave Barlow told me to leave him alone. Leave him alone.
All I've heard he's a very nice chap.
He's a wicked guy. I did have a chat with him before I was looking at the back of his cap walking down the road. But,
right.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But,
you have a restraining order against you now.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's it.
A little bit like you have with me, Steve. I tried to be friendly, but it went beyond that line, didn't it? It went to legal action.
All right, guys. You know what? 8:55, and my family probably wants to be released from purgatory. So,
isn't this embarrassing? The two British guys who are down like 2 o'clock in the morning are.
Yeah. Besides, it's 2 o'clock in the morning for you guys. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Isn't it embarrassing that you're going to sign off while we're still rocking and rolling?
You know what? It's only one thing then we can do at 2 in the morning on the internet, mate, don't you?
Mate, let's do it. Let's go find Phil X. Come on, we got to do it.
Yes, I was thinking that exact same thing.
So we're gonna end this broadcast. Everyone who tuned in tonight, thank you so much. For anyone who contributed, extra super special thank you. And I'll probably be back. Not probably. I will be back in 1 week from tonight with another live show, the Halloween special. Then. And you guys hold on. We'll wrap up in a second, but I'm just going to end the broadcast.
Love you, Steve.
Say thanks, guys.
Hey, guys.
Love you, man. Love you, Steve. You're a dude.
Okay, guys. Well, we're going to end the broadcast, and I'll see you next time. And as always, rock on.